Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Sunday Morning Natural Health. Sunday, 11 o'clock every Sunday morning, Eastern Time. We just get together. We're just coming together as a group, as a community, bringing our energies and our intentions together and intending the best. Intending the best for ourselves and the best for our families and the other people that we love. It's really just getting into those thoughts and those words and those ideas and those intentions, thinking and speaking about what we want. We want to have a great day. We want to have a great week. We want to release our pain, our physical and emotional pain. We want to let go of our worries. We want to love ourselves and our lives more. We want to grow in health and happiness and joy. It's just a practice to think and speak about health and happiness and joy. It's a different sort of conversation than we normally have, but it needs to become more of our day-to-day habit to think and speak about what we want rather than thinking and speaking about the problems all of the time. Whatever we focus on grows. Let's focus on health and wellness and joy and happiness. Let's think and speak about these things. Let's excite and invigorate the body with some movements, with some thoughts, and with some words. Just going to get my body going a little bit today. I'm just going to get myself going with a little bit of a jog. Just going to start getting my knees up, picking my feet up, coming up onto the balls of my feet. I'm going to turn on my clock. My clock's going to give me 30-second chimes, just so I can keep track of how long we're doing things. So we're going to do things for 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 90 seconds, these intervals that we're working on. Just getting the body moving, just getting the body moving, just getting the body breathing. Just waking ourselves up, just exciting ourselves with a little bit of movement, with a little bit of breath. Coming up on the balls of the feet, getting into the calves. Getting into the calves. Right? This is exciting for the body. Just getting the body going. Just getting up on the toes. Moving, breathing, and thinking and speaking about the things that we want and the things that we love. Let's go 30 seconds more, just waking up there with a little bit of a jog. As we start bouncing around, the heart starts pumping and the body starts to breathe. Good job. And it's just the observation of the breath. Just pausing and getting that self-awareness, that presence. Just observing, hey, here I am. Exercising, here's my heart rate going up. Here I am controlling my heart rate. I'm in control of my health. Dropping myself down here, I'm just going to be working on my crawl. If I can, I got my knees off the ground. I'm moving forward and back. Working through my crawl. Keeping my knees close to the ground, keeping my butt low. If you need to take a break, you can always take a break. If you can't do the crawl, we could always just work on our plank. Just holding our weight in our hands and our feet, working through the core, strengthening through the core. Getting our bodies moving. Getting our bodies breathing, working on the upper body, working on the lower body, opposite arm and leg, working together here. This is how the body learns how to walk. It starts with crawling, and it's from this opposite arm and leg movement that we pull ourselves up onto the coffee table and start to climb and come up onto 2 feet to walk. It's always a shifting of weight, a left-right, a shifting of body weight, just coming to that awareness. I'm just moving, I'm just breathing, I'm just practicing basic movements, basic foundational human movements. Just practicing the things that humans do. We move, we breathe, just coming to the awareness of it. Next one here, we're just going to skip, just a little skip, reach, 1 or 2 skips. If you got the space for more skipping, just take a little extra skip if you've got it. If you don't have the space, you can just do 1, reach over, lean over, reach over, lean over, stretch over. Just getting into a habit, a rhythm, a physical habit. It's a physical practice, just practicing your movements for the day. It's a physical practice, it's a mental practice. It's a breath work practice. It's getting into a rhythm with your breathing. It's coming into an awareness with your breath. Dropping myself down here, I'm working on a sideways crawl. Sideways crawling. Upper body strength, core strength, breath, and focus. Presence. Presence practice. Keeping yourself flat to the floor as best you can. If you need a little break, anytime you take a little break. If you can, we're going to practice this one for 20 seconds more. Keeping yourself flat to the floor as best you can. Working on your core, working on your strength. Working on your upper body strength. Good job. Good job. Our next one here is going to be the butt kicker. Kicking ourselves in the butt. If you like, you can add the arms. Just more muscles getting involved requires more oxygen, more demands. If you want more, get those arms going. Getting that heart rate up, getting the body breathing, exciting and invigorating the body for the day. I am rising up my energy for today. I am lifting up my energy for today. I am working on my energy for today. I am getting better. Leaning over to one side. If you can, hands down to either side of the foot. Lean over, straighten out one leg, bend over into the other. Just practicing. Just practicing. Just strengthening, just stretching out the body. Practicing love, practicing health, practicing joy, practicing energy, vitality. Other side, I am working on my energy. I am getting lean and strong and healthy. I am managing my health. I am in charge of my health. My health is my responsibility. Taking responsibility for my health and my life. Good job. It's a mental practice, right? It's a mental practice to not be focused on what's going on around us, to tune into what's going on inside of us. Next one, we're going to try to get our knees up as high as we can. Try to stand tall, chest out, shoulders back, good core muscles. Get your knees up as high as you can like a sprinter. Really going to get the heart pumping here now. If you need a breather, anytime, stop and take a breather. If you need to slow it down, just slow it down. Good job. Then I'm just working on my flexion. Just stretching over. Just letting go of the lower back. Letting go of any blockage. Letting go of any resistance we have in the body, in the lower back, in the hamstrings. Where do you feel any blockage, any pain? Where do you feel tightness in the body? Just breathing and letting go. Just releasing, letting go of what no longer serves. What don't I need anymore? What thoughts and words and emotions can I let go of now? Just accepting things as they are. Forgiving yourself. Forgiving the other. And letting go. Moving on. Moving forward with some new goals. Coming up from there. Next one here, I'm just bouncing.
Put this for me to do trip.
We could also just jog it out if we don't like that jumping. If you can bounce it out, we're bounding. If you can get your hands up over your head while you're bounding or as you're bounding, that's even better. Working on spinal extension and bounce. Moving blood around the body. This is physical. Moving lymph around the body, detoxifying the body. If you need to take a break, if you need to slow it down, just move to a jog. If you want to catch your breath, if you need a break, no problem. If you can balance it out, awesome. Good job. Next one here, I'm going to drop myself down close to the floor. I'm going to have my knees close to the floor. I'm keeping myself low to the ground. My knees are underneath my hips. If you can, one leg goes to the sky, but the other knee stays close to the ground. Holding yourself flat as you can, pushing one of your heels up towards the sky. Working on the glutes and the hamstrings and the core. Full body strength. Stretch and strengthen your body. You got one knee off the ground. You're not touching that knee to the ground. If you can avoid that knee to the ground, you got that knee off the ground if you can. Pushing your heel to the ceiling as best you can. Working on glutes and hamstrings and lower back. Working on core, working on upper body and lower body. Full body strength. Good job. Loosening up your body. Loosening up your body. That's it. Just releasing, right? If we got tightness in the body, we're just letting that go. Releasing. Letting go. Next one here, I'm working on a skater. A lateral skater. A side to side action. Coming across, coming across. Waking up. Warming up, coming across. Working on the hips. Working on the glutes. Getting the heart pumping, getting the body breathing, exciting the body, invigorating the body, opening up the body. Good job. Coming down, we can go off of our knees or off of our toes for our push-ups. Let's see, 10 to 20, what do you like? Off your knees, off your toes, 10 to 20 of your best push-ups. 10 to 30. If you like 30, do 30. Don't let me stop you. Do as many as you like. If 10 is enough, 10 is enough. It's not about killing yourself. It's It's about giving yourself a good push. It's about loving yourself. What's appropriate for you? It's about doing what's appropriate for you. Once you got that one done, we're going to get ourselves up from there. And we're going to be on one leg. We're going to hop. We can touch, hop back, and touch. Hop and touch, hop back, and touch. Balance and strength. If you need to take a break anytime. If the hopping is too much, we can just go to the one leg balance. We can always just do one leg balance, one leg strength. If the hopping is too much, just slow yourself down if you have to. If something is too vigorous, just take a break. Or do something a little easier that's more appropriate for you. You can always just move into a march. Just with your hands over your head, just march it out. If you need to catch your breath or slow yourself down. Awesome. You're waking up over there, Joe. Is that you waking up? Is that you, Steve? You waking up? Breathing deep. That's it, waking up. Couple dumbbells in my hand. What can you do? Can you get 30? Can you get 40? Can you get 50? What can you do? $30, $40, $50 of those. If you need a little breather, take a little breather. Try again. I'm going to go on my rows. Let's see, 50 rows if you can. Working on 50 dumbbell rows if you can. Pulling those arms back. Squeezing those back muscles back together. Working on the upper back, arms and shoulders. Strengthening across the back of the body. Opening up your body in the back. Toning up, strengthening up the upper back. We'll do one more here with the dumbbells if you have dumbbells. If you don't have dumbbells, you don't even have to use dumbbells. You can do this without dumbbells in your hand. You can just go over and up. Stretch, strengthen. Stretch, strengthen. Awesome. Working into some balance here. Just standing on one leg. Just centering yourself there. Balance practice, that's all. Contracting through the core, pulling up through the core, and breathing. Just centering ourselves with breathing and balancing. Coming into balance, you can't be too far wrong if you're balancing. That keeps you in a centered focus, tuning into yourself. Good, standing on one leg here, balancing, and also stretching out through the quads and the chest and the shoulders. Balance. Balance and strength, extending through the upper body, stretching through the thigh, and balancing. Opening the chest and shoulders, working on your full breath. Same thing on the other side. Single leg balance and strengthening. Just practicing for today. Good. One leg forward, one leg back, forward lunging. Got my hands to the inside of my front foot there. Forward lunging, stretching there. We've gotten the heart pumping. We've gotten the lymph moving. Now we're just lengthening out the body. The body's warm. It's nimble. We're just stretching it out, just lengthening out the inner thighs and hamstrings. Same thing on the other side. Stretching out, straightening out the back leg, opening up the back knee to the sky. Both hands to the inside of the front foot. Stretching out the body and breathing. Just being present, just being here, just being now. Just tuning out the outside right now and tuning into myself. Just taking some time to focus on me. Good. Coming up from there, Working in some balance and some strength and some spinal extension. Standing on one leg. Extending out the body and breathing there. Lifting through the heel, lifting through the glutes, lifting through the arms, lifting the chest, lifting the head, looking up and forward. Yes. Other side. Same thing. Lifting the arms, lifting the face, lifting the toes, lifting the heel, lifting through the glute, lifting through the hamstring. Working on your balance, working on your strength through the back of the body. Breathing. Staying present. It's a mindset practice. It's tuning into yourself and your breath. It's tuning out the outside noise and tuning into yourself. All right, next one we're going to go back into that lunge again. And we're going to add some rotation here. I'm just going to twist. Opening up chest and shoulders. Twisting through the digestive system. Stretching, strengthening. Good. Other leg comes forward. Hands come to the inside of the other foot, and we do the same thing on the other side. Right. Opening up chest and shoulders. Stretching and strengthening through the lower body and the upper body. Working on the core. Coming up from there, I'm coming into a wide-legged stance. And I'm hanging myself over there. Letting my head hang over, letting my head hang down. Stretching out through the back of the legs. Over to one side, pulling my head gently down towards my knee, stretching into the hamstrings, stretching into the hips, letting go. Letting go of the blockage or the tightness or the resistance. Over to the other side, same thing. Pulling your head down gently and breathing there. Releasing. What thoughts and words and emotions don't I need anymore? What's hidden from my understanding? What do I need to learn? What do I need to know? Just speaking nicely to yourself. Just asking yourself the right questions. The next one, I'm going to reach my hands back behind my body. I'm going to try to take my arms over my head. Opening up through the back of the shoulders and the neck. And taking the hands down toward the floor, let's work on a rotation again here. Opening up chest and shoulders. Next one here, let's stretch out the calves. Pushing one heel down, stretching out the back of my legs. Stretching into the back of my shoulders. Pushing one heel down, switching the other side, pushing the other heel down. Breathing into the calf, breathing into the hamstrings, breathing into the back of the body. Taking a little break. Taking the weight off of my hands for a second. And then pressing both of my heels down. And straightening out my arms there as best I can. Pressing into the upper neck and back and shoulders. Raising the hips as high as I can into the sky. Trying to straighten out my arms as best I can. Releasing whatever is blocked between my upper neck and back. Grabbing a mat. I'm going to drop myself down on my back on my mat. And we're going to work on a jackknife. What can you do? You can do them one leg at a time if you can't do two legs at the same time. Let's see. 20 to 50. Take a little break. If you have to go one leg at a time, if you have to keep one leg on the ground, that's okay. Do it one leg at a time. If you can't do two legs at the same time, you can always go one leg at a time. Right? You can always help yourself out. Do your best. If you need to slow it down, just slow it down. If you need to do things a little different, if you need to do a little modification of your own, you can always make a little modification. It's not about killing yourself. This is a loving yourself practice. Good job flipping ourselves over. Working on a bit of spinal extension here. Lifting the head first. Stretching out through the abdomen. Letting go in the upper back. Good morning.
Hello. Sorry I'm super late.
We're into it. We're stretching out our back muscles. We're releasing our tension and tightness in our upper back. Coming down from there, I'm going to put my hands underneath my shoulders. I'm going to straighten out my arms. I'm going to stretch out my abdomen there. Stretching out my hips. Letting go of my lower back. If it's better for me to be down on the elbows, just come back to the elbows. Don't do what's too much for you. Do what's right for you and your back. But if you can let go and go a little deeper into your extension in your spine, awesome. Working on your best breath. Your deepest inhale, your most complete full exhale. Coming back from there, I'm going to drop myself down here. Relaxing through the glutes and the hips. Just relaxing into the lower back. Letting go of any tightness or blockage you have in your body. Letting go, just breathing into it. Good. Coming up from there onto my knees. Working on some more spinal extension. One arm at a time, reaching back. Opening up for the sky. And working on a nice full inhale, exhale there. Same thing on the other side. Reaching back, looking upwards, opening up chest and shoulders. Nice deep breaths. If you can do two hands back at the same time, awesome. Go for two hands. If you can't, then go back to one hand again. Repeat one hand on each side. If you can get both your hands back, try to reach right back, open up your chest and shoulders there. Try to take your full breath, your biggest inhale, and your most complete exhale there. That's a very deep spinal extension. Coming from there, we'll come over And we'll flex over and we'll stay here for a little while. Let that spine come back the other way. Relaxing through the glutes and the hamstrings. Just breathing there into the back of the leg. Just being present with yourself. Just being loving and kind to yourself. Just thinking loving and kind things. Letting go, releasing, breathing. Same thing on the other side. Working that knee up to between your hands if you can. And folding over again, flexing over the spine, relaxing into the hips, letting go through the back of the body. Just breathing there. Stay with your breath. Stay tuned into yourself. Try not to go with the thought. Try to tune into yourself. Good job. That's it. Sitting on my butt. And I'm stretching through my lower back here. I'm stretching through my hamstrings, my forward fold. Letting go through the lower back. Letting go through the back of the legs. Just practicing forward folding. Just practicing hamstring stretch. If you need to take a break, that's okay. If you can, let's continue to practice for a few more breaths here. Let's go another 15 seconds. Just stretching out. Flexion, deep flexion. Good. Coming from there, if we can, I try to get my feet over my head. Try to invert yourself if you can. If you can't get your feet up over your head, just do what you can. Or we can also just work on this one here as an alternative. Just sitting on your bum with your legs wide, reaching for your toes. If you can invert yourself, if you can get your feet up over your head, this is awesome. This is gravity working on your body in a different way than it normally does. Just making a shift in perspective here. Just changing the blood flow. Just changing direction inside of your body here. Letting that happen for a second. Sitting in that. If you can, lowering those legs over your head as best you can. Trying to breathe with your feet over your head as best you can. Practicing peace in a situation that may not be peaceful. Just practicing. Good job. We have to take it from the mat into our real life. Laying on our back while we're here. I'm going to go opposite arm and leg. I'm going to take it across the body. I'm going to stretch through my hips. Twisting out through my hips. Releasing whatever's in my hips. Letting go of what's in my chest and shoulders. Just breathing there. Just breathing there. Just being present with that. Same thing on the other side here. Opposite arm and leg. Take it across your body. Breathing into the hips. Letting go of tightness or blockage or resistance in the hips. Good job. My clock is actually stopped there. Sitting up from there. Bringing the soles of my feet together. I'm working on my inner thighs. Just opening up my knees. Just observing your breath there. Just watching your breath. You've just been working out for about 50 minutes, 55 minutes, moving your body, thinking and speaking about what you want for the day, for the week. Now you're just sitting for a moment and observing that. Just sitting with that for a second. Just being present with what you've done. It's just taking a moment to check in with yourself and your breath. Just tuning into yourself and your breath for the moment. Working on a nice full inhale as deep as you can. And try to hold the breath inside for a 10 count in your mind. Breathe in as deeply as you can. Hold for an 8 or 10 count in your mind. And then try to breathe out all of your air fully. And then hold again for a 5-10 count if you can. So you want to inhale as deeply as you can and hold for a 10 count. And exhale as vigorously as you can and hold for a 10 count. Just repeat that 3 times. Breathe in as deeply as you can and hold for a 10 count. Breathe out as fully as you can and hold for a 10 count. Let's try that another 2 more times. Just doing some breath work like that takes you out of the busy mind and takes you into the conscious mind, into the consciousness. Inside your consciousness is where we can reprogram the subconscious mind. It's coming to this space, this conscious space daily, where we can put positive affirmations into the mind. Just believing in yourself. Just thinking that to yourself. I believe in myself. Inhale and exhale with that thought in mind. I believe I am good enough. I believe I am good. Just forgiving yourself. Just accepting things as they are. Just hold that thought in mind for an inhale and an exhale. And let's finish off today with a grateful thought. Just a gratitude for life, gratitude for your life, gratitude for all of the things that we have in our life, all of the people that we have in our life. Just hold that gratitude thought for an inhale and an exhale. And there we have it for today. A full body workout, a little bit of natural healing, some positive affirmations, some breath work. This is how we do it every Sunday morning at 11, Natural Health Sundays. Tune in again next time if you can make it.